What's good, guys? YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy TD. In today's video, guys, with today's live, is going to be on 10 players that have big time boom potential. And when I talk about boom, guys, we know that all the top players, they can go boom. But it's certain players that they have big plays in the game. And I think that makes a difference in fantasy football. So instead of getting the volume, sometimes the guys can get 2 or 3 targets, but he makes big plays with those 3 targets that he get, or 4 targets. And I'd rather have him than a guy that's getting 7 or 8 targets but has no boom play upside. So today, guys, I got 10 guys that I think can make a difference who you trying to pick at certain ADPs, who can take you to the next level because of their big playability, like 80-yard touchdowns, 60-yard touchdowns, 40-yard touchdowns. And I play in right? I play in bonus leagues, guys. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I see you, Big Will. Big Will in the house. Watch your mouth. Yes. So let's begin, guys. You know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go from 10 to 1, and it's no particular ranking. I just gonna go from 10 to 1, right? So, guys, you got any comments? Anything that you want to talk about? Make sure you go to the comment section. Hit your board up. Let me know what you think about some of these players. If you disagree or you agree, it doesn't matter, right? We ready for fantasy football? Let's go. Uh-oh. So, Big Wheel, can you hear me? You good, everybody? The volume good? Because I'm outside. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me. Okay. So, let's talk. My number 10 guy is going to be Puka Nakua. Yes, Puka Nakua. So at that ADP, it's several players going around that ADP. Now, there's a couple boom guys going at the ADP too, but I'd rather have a guy like Puka Nakua than to have a guy, a safe, high target guy. Like, let me see, guys, just trying to think of a high target slot guy. But yes, I like Puka Nakua. I like his upside. Yes, sir. Okay, you can hear me? Okay. Yeah, so I like Puka Nakua. I like his upside, guys. Listen, this offense in the passing game is funneled through him. Yes, Devontae Adams is there, but Puka going to make big plays all day long. They need another wide receiver to take a little bit of pressure off of him. So don't be surprised when Puka having big plays, 10 receiving touchdowns, making 60-yard touchdowns, 40-yard touchdowns. We know Sean McVay, as the head coach, has a great offense. So that's why I'm taking Puka. Guys, do not let Puka pass you at the end of the first round. I'm telling you, do not let Puka pass you at the end of the first round. So, guys, make sure you picking up a guy like Puka Nakua for the boom to give you the win. Boom is what gets you the win. Being safe, 12 to 15 points is not going to win you a league. All right, let's move on to my number 9 guy. My number 9 guy is going to be DK Metcalf. And the reason why, guys, I'm big on DK Metcalf is because of his upside. There's no other wide receivers in that offense that's going to take targets from him. Calvin Austin is not going to take targets. Now, Calvin Austin can make big plays, but DK, everything's going to be on DK. So play action and pushing the ball downfield to DK is going to make his fantasy value really, really good. But we know DK is very volatile. We know that he's not always consistent, but that's okay. He's a boom guy. So when he gives you 40 points in a week, you're probably going to win that week. I'd rather have a guy that can give me 40 points 4 or 5 times out the season than a guy that's going to give me 15 points every time. That's just my philosophy, right? Okay. So, yes, we went to DK. So my number 8 guy, and we know this is easy, and I actually got 2 players here. It's Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. And the reason why, guys, Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, we know the targets that they can get, and they make big plays. So that's easy, but I had to put these guys on the list. If I didn't mention, y'all be like, what about Jamar Chase? He's a big play guy. What about Justin Jefferson? Yes. I see you, Big B. So these type of guys, that's easy. Jamar Chase, number 1 overall pick. Yeah, why? Because he got the upside. He got a chance to go for 40 points every week. We know Joe Burrow's going to get him 12 targets and is going to be pushing the ball downfield. So just why Jamar Chase is the number 1 pick, and I agree with that. Most drafts, I am taking him number 1 overall. Sometimes I'm going with the running back with Bijan, but I understand why Jamar Chase. And Justin Jefferson is going more in the middle of the first round, but he's still Justin Jefferson. Yes, he has J.J. McCarthy as his quarterback, but that's okay, right? Because he's still going to be having a lot of upside. He's still going to have a lot of boom games. He's still going to be a top 12 wide receiver. Even though I'm kind of fading him a little bit, but if you want to take Justin Jefferson, you know what type of player you're getting. You know he's going to make big plays some type of way. All right, let's move on, guys. I don't want to hold you up on this live. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. My number 7 guy is going to be Josh Allen. So I'm big on quarterbacks. It's about 3 or 4 quarterbacks that I'm taking this year. Josh Allen is one of the guys. Why? Because of his upside. If you go look at the end of the season, he's going for 35, 40 points. He ain't going for 23 or 25 like Kirk Cousins or some of these other Aaron Rodgers. Some of these guys are just average and they have good games here and there. No, when you have Josh Allen, you can win the league with Josh Allen. He can go for 50 points 3 weeks in a row. That's why I want boom players. That's why I make boom player videos. I don't make boom player videos just to talk about guys that I think gonna score a lot of points. It's a difference. If a guy scores 35 and the next number 2 quarterback scores 22, that's a big difference. That's 12 or 15 points that you are already ahead because you got a boom player like Josh Allen, right? All right, so let's move on to number 6. This another quarterback is Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, same thing, guys. 40 point, 50 points. 40 point, 50 points. Yes, sir. And that's what I want on my team. I'm drafting elite players, the boom players. A lot of people they go to targets and a lot of other stats. ADP, I don't use that. I just look at the player and see, is he capable of going crazy? That's what I want on my team. So yeah, Lamar Jackson, I ain't a lot to say about Lamar Jackson. Let's move on to my number 5 guy. This is the guy that a lot of you are sleeping on, and it's going to be Tyreek Hill. Now, a lot of you needed to hear a lot of information. Well, Tyreek's not going to get... Guys, this is Tyreek Hill. He's still running a, 9.9 in 100 meters or 10.1 in 100 meters. And this guy's like 200 pounds. He still has a football body. I'm telling you, this guy still can play. So Tua, even if Tua goes down, I'm still willing to take that risk with a Tyreek Hill. Because he can win me any week by himself. All my other players could have a bad week and Tyreek go for 45 points. I can win that week. That's what boom players, that's why you draft boom players instead of who's getting the most targets. If you just go off, okay, well, who's getting the most targets? You might get a player that, like a Cortland Sutton, he can never go for 40 points, but he's getting 10 targets a game. It's more. It might be a little bit more than Tyreek, might be more than a couple boom players, but is it going to help you win the league? Some players are trap players where you get the guy because they're getting targets, but you can't beat nobody. You're getting people who your team is better than, they beating you because somebody went crazy on their team, and your team just got a bunch of average players just scoring between 10 and 15 points in fantasy football. All right, let's move on. My number 4 guy is going to be Jamar Gibbs. I wish Jamar Gibbs was getting all the carries, but it's okay because when he do get the carries, 40 point, 50 point, this guy can score anywhere on the field at any time. It doesn't matter where he at on the field. He can catch a pass. He can run the ball. He's one of the most explosive running backs in the NFL. So I like him over a running back that may just getting 20 carries, but he ain't going to have no big plays. Like a Najee Harris. We know we're going to take Jamar Gibbs from Najee, but there are some players like Josh Jacobs. Yes, he's a good player. He can win you a week. He can be good for you as a RB2, but he don't have the upside that a Jamar Gibbs. He can't score a 70-yard screen. And Jamar don't got to do nothing else for the rest of the game. He got 18 points off that one play. To me, that's what I like to do. I like to get guys who can score off one play, and I ain't worried about a bunch of targets. Let's see who's in the chat. I see you, Pretty Richie. Pretty Richie, what they called him. What's going on with you, bruh? Okay. So let's move on to my number 3 guy. My number 3 guy is going to be James Cook. Yes, James Cook. And the reason why I like James Cook is because he can score from anywhere on the field. He's very explosive, and he has a quarterback like Josh Allen who's going to take the pressure off of him. A lot of you like guys to get all the attention. I don't. I like having other stars on the team. Sarah, the guy that I'm picking, can have one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, like getting touchdowns. So when you have a guy like James Cook and you got Josh Allen, that's why James Cook gonna score touchdowns, because you got to stop Josh Allen, who's the goal line running back. So that's going to help guys like James Cook, where he's going to have boom games and nobody's trying to game plan for him because you have to stop Josh Allen. So don't be looking for teams where you got these long backs who's going to get 30 carries a game and he has a bad offensive line. Now, some of those guys at the right ADP is okay, but at James Cook ADP, I want him over some of the other running backs who just are cloud in the dust guys. right? Remember, the NFL is changing. Big plays are going to happen, and more points are happening each year. Some years we may go down a little bit, but I believe the NFL is looking for 30 and 40-point scoring games. So make sure you be part of some of these really good offenses who are going to score a lot of points. All right, let's move on. I got 2 more guys, and I got a bonus, guys. Make sure you stay for the whole video. Hit the like button. Big Will says, if someone can get Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Big Hills, or Puka, would you take Josh Allen then? Let me see. If someone can get Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Jameer Gibbs, or Puka, would you take Josh Allen then? Yes. I think that's what you're talking about. I think that's what you're talking about. Like, would you take Josh Allen if you over those guys? Is that what you mean? Let me know what you're talking about, Big Will. I'm willing to take Josh Allen in the 2nd round if I need to, just depending on your format. Don't take a quarterback in the 2nd round if they're not scoring a lot of points in your league, if you don't have a lot of bonuses. But if your quarterbacks are scoring 25, 30 points, if they have solid games, and you got guys like Josh Allen and Lamar scoring 35, yes, I want that on my team. I'm willing to take that in the 2nd round instead of getting a player, a tight end who's going to only score 15 points a game. So it doesn't matter. I don't think drafting quarterbacks in the 2nd round is bad value, but I'm not drafting anybody outside of Josh Allen and Lamar in the 2nd round. Richie says, all is well, bruh. Says facts, explosive. Yes. And remember, guys, don't think explosive just, oh, he made a big play. It's a difference in fantasy. So maybe I don't got some type of algorithm for you to let you know what you're really getting, but all you got to do is go back and look at the teams who got Lamar and Josh Allen and see if they won the championship. Go back to 2 teams that got guys like Tyreek Hill in the past. Did they win a championship? Jamar Chase. These are big play guys. These are not hyper-targeted guys. Now, some of them get hyper-targeted, but they make big plays. Jamar Chase, yak is crazy. He'll take a catch 60 yards in a minute. Tyreek will too. So I think those type of guys is a big difference. But listen, let's get on. I got 2 more guys for you. My number 2 guy is going to be Brock Bowers. Yes, he is an explosive guy. Brock's going to get a lot of targets. He's probably going to get 10 targets, and he's a great athlete. He runs like a 4.4, 4.5. He's going to make a lot of plays. Guys, let's get the likes up. We got 13 people in here. Let's get the likes up. So Brock Bowers, guys, that's a boom player. So if you want to take Brock Bowers in a tight end premium league in the 2nd round, or you just want to take him because he's going to be the best tight end in fantasy football, that's okay. Just as long as you know what you're getting. He's going to outscore the 2nd best tight end probably by more than 4 points. That's the difference. If it was just a 1 or 2 point difference, I'm not taking no tight end in the 1st round, or in the 2nd round, just for 2 points difference. But if you're scoring 6 points more than a 2nd tight end that's behind you, that's a big difference. That's what I call boom players, because he's scoring a lot of points. He's making big plays in the game that's going to give him those boost points. All right, my next guy is going to be Xavier Worthy from the Kansas City Chiefs. A lot of people are offering him because of Rashee Rice coming back. But remember, they play 2 different positions. Xavier Worthy is not a typical route runner. He's what you call a gadget player. He's going to be used in jet motions. He's going to be used for deep plays, double moves, play action in the backfield. Like, that's how you use Xavier Worthy. And I think this is what this team needs. Remember, Kansas City struggled with big plays last year. So what you think, they're going to come back and try to go underneath with Rashee Rice every single time? No, they're going to be pushing the ball down the field to Xavier Worthy to try to get the defense to back up. That way, we can do what we've been doing. Each year is a different phase for a different offense. Nobody else talks about this. And I'm good at following the phases that the offense is going for the next year or next game. Things got to change a little bit. So that's why I'm on Xavier Worthy. He's the key to this offense this year. He's the key to push the ball down the field, to make the safeties back up. Also give Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce some room to act, because everybody's coming down on Travis Kelce and trying to take that away. So you got to have something else. All right, so let's just talk about my 2 bonus guys before I get out of here. Let me go through some of the comments. Appreciate everybody being here. I see you, Richie. Okay, let me see where. I see RG in the building. Yeah, let me know about that question, Big Will. I didn't quite understand it, but Pretty Richie says upward trajectory, guys. I guess you could say upward trajectory. No, it's just boom players. It's not really guys who are trending. Maybe they trending because they happen to be trending. You know, I don't watch trending. I pick my guys off of what I see. So maybe a lot of these guys are trending. But I've been on Tyreek Hill the whole year, right? I understand it was distasteful at times. But yeah, I'm just picking guys who can make big plays. I think that's the difference in fantasy football, if you ask me. All right, so let me see. Ethan Carey says, you think Devin Neal has good boom potential? Maybe. I don't know. I know he is a good player. I saw him play at Kansas. So he's a good player, but Alvin Kamara, man, he got a new deal. Alvin is great. He's going to get a lot of PPR catches. So I don't know if this is going to give Devin Neal a chance, but I'm definitely drafting Devin and stashing him at the right ADP in my rookie drafts. Or in my redraft leagues, at the end of my drafts, yes, I'm picking up these rookie running backs and stashing them if I got room on my team, if I got enough bench spots. But yes, Devin Neal is a good back, and he needs to be stashed. I don't turn no running back down. Only thing I turn down is my collar. So always stash a running back if he's second or third on the depth chart. Really second, because you never know what's going to happen. An injury can happen to anybody. Let's see here. Pretty Rich said only in Superflex. He says facts. Josh Allen second round in one quarterback leagues. Yes, and Lamar Jackson. I agree with that. You got to get those guys. Them guys are booming. Those guys are booming. Big Will says, if I'm picking 10 or 12, would you take Allen first overall? Yes. Just depends on what I can pick with him, especially at 12 when I can get Josh Allen and then I can get Derrick Henry, or I can get Lamar and Derrick Henry, or Lamar and Malik Neighbors. That's why I like picking at the end of the draft. But yes, I would take Josh Allen, especially if the quarterbacks are scoring a bunch of points. Hell yeah, do that, man. He's the #1 scoring. How are you going to wait till the 5th round to get a guy that's going to have the most points? That guy's going to win you more games than any other player on your team because of how the quarterbacks score a lot. It's not a running back league anymore in fantasy. It's a quarterback league. They throwing the ball 35 times a game. The average amount of, and I'm just guessing, if you ask me what's the average amount of throws that a team make per game, I would probably say 29 or 30 times. You asked me this 10 years ago, it would probably be 24 to 25 times. That's a stat for you right there if you want stats. Let's get the likes up, fellas. Okay, guys, like, remember, I got 2 bonus guys, so I'm just going through the questions right now. I want to make sure that everybody getting their question answered. That's what we do here on Fantasy Good Sports. He says Brock Bowers is a round 1 player in tight end premium scoring. Yes, but even in regular tight end scoring, I think he's okay to take him in the 2nd round in some leagues, just depending on how your league set up. We got all types of different leagues, so I get it. It's no one trick to anything, right? But I'm willing to take Brock Bowers. He's elite. I love drafting elite players. You know how some of you like dating really supermodels? Like, hey man, I'm not dating no average girl, right? Well, I'm like that when it comes to fantasy. If you ain't got no boom in you, I don't want to play that can't boom. If you just an average safe guy getting a lot of targets, I might draft you at the end. But I'm always gonna go with a Tyreek Hill over a Davante Adams, who just Davante Adams is a target machine, great route runner. But I like the guy who can get the end around and score 70 yards on a touchdown. That's how I'm gonna beat another team. But anyway, let's see. Pretty Rich says, click the like button. Yes. Everyone gems. Yes, sir. Thank you, Pretty Richie. And he says, Pat Mahomes will bounce back in 2025, top 3 quarterback with all his offensive weapons. I actually kind of like that. I don't have him ranked as top 5 because it's kind of hard to rank him at top 5, but I agree with that. This is Pat Mahomes. It's a value. Drafting Pat Mahomes is a value. It doesn't matter where he finished. He's going outside the first 5 rounds. So that's just easy. Some of you got to learn how to draft a guy just for value. You know how I got to James Conner 2 years ago? It was just value. I was in the 5th round. I was looking for a player. I was like, well, shit, James Conner, he should get goal line touches. And he ended up being top 5 because it was just a great value right there. So that's what I believe. Pat Mahomes going outside the top 5 quarterbacks. I'm drafting him if I don't have my quarterbacks. Depending on what's on the board, what I'm trying to get, and how I'm building my team. Pretty Richard says, watch out for Kendrick Miller. No, man, I mean, listen, anything can happen. When Alvin got the deal, I'm on Alvin. If he didn't get a deal, I'll be like, I don't know what they're going to do. They might trade Alvin. Alvin got a deal last year, guys, and he was out. They signed Alvin to a deal when he was out for the rest of the season. So you know what that's telling you? We guys are playing for you, Alvin, because if they didn't, they would have ran his ass in the ground. But they didn't. They said, no, man, we ain't going to win this year. We're not making the playoffs. I'm going to sit Alvin down, and I'm going to give him a deal. So Alvin Kamara is the only thing that I'm considered. Guys, sometimes, man, you just gotta be like, it's too much stuff, information out here. Kendrick Miller's not a bad player. It's really not a lot of bad players in the NFL. They just need an opportunity. But I can't worry about everybody that's a backup because you're going to overwhelm yourself, right? So go with the players that you know that got deals, that play good. When you watch them, you know they still can play. It's that simple. Fantasy is simple. It's like Occam Razor. I can never forget, I got it's a guy that subscribed to my channel. And he said, TD, you know what your philosophy is? I said, what is it, bro? He says, Occam Razor. You take complicated things and make it very simple in your eyes. And that's what I do. A lot of you, sometimes you can't even process my information. You challenge me, you said this and said that. And all you gotta do is go and get in some of my listener leagues and see how I pick my team. Same players that I pick is the players that I be talking about. I don't sit around and make no videos just to make a video because the player is trending. I don't give a damn if I get one view on a video. And I'm always own up to it if it don't hit. I would talk about it. I've been talking about Daniel Jones that I made a prediction that he could be a top 5 quarterback, and it didn't happen. But guess what? He's with a new team. He has a new opportunity to be like a Sam Darnold. I don't hear people saying that. Y'all talking about this Daniel Jones sucked. Sam Darnold sucked. Do Baker Mayfield suck? All right. Ethan Carey, what's up, bro? He says, would you take A-Chain or Genty as an early second round? Yes, sir. I would take A-Chain. Listen, guys, Genty gonna be okay, but I can't take a rookie running back and they don't got a lot of weapons around him, right? He could be special. He could be Barry Sanders and don't need that. I don't think he's Barry Sanders. So I'm not taking Genty before A-Chain. I'm taking Genty after that first level of running backs. I might take him at the end of the second round, maybe third round. So I probably won't get him. Genty's going to be okay, but don't overdraft him because it's Genty. Don't get infatuated by the young rookie who looks good. A lot of you did that with Marvin Harrison. Instead of looking at it and saying, Marvin Harrison's a great player, but he's not going to go and be no Jamar Chase and be the #1 wide receiver. A lot of you thought he was going to be the #1 wide receiver. Come on, guys. Even if he is, that's amazing. I ain't following it. He gotta give guys a chance and an opportunity to get accustomed. So Genty's gonna take him a little bit, and you might be 0-4 by the time he get going. So I'm taking A-Chain, who's gonna catch passes, who had 6 receiving touchdowns, and guys, that's the most of any running back I think in almost NFL history. I think he tied for the most receiving touchdowns in NFL history. He had 6 receiving touchdowns, and he almost caught 100 balls. So that's why I'm going with A-Chain in the second round. There you go, Pretty Richie says, Genty is a rookie. Draft him cautiously. Yes, I agree. 100%. Pretty Richie says, 12-person team absolutely on A-Chain. Yes, agreed. Scorpio, what's up, bruh? He says, should I trade JJ and Tony Pollard for Amon-Ra and Chase Brown? I think you should get a little bit more. I think you need something else with that. I do like you going with Amon-Ra and Chase Brown. I'm not Amon-Ra this year is going to be a solid player. I'm fading him not because he's a bad player, but because he don't have the boom. I think it's other players like Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr. that can do the same thing that Amon-Ra can do, and they're going after Amon-Ra in some leagues. But yes, if I'm getting rid of JJ covers up for Amon-Ra, and you need more, and even Chase Brown. I could see a pick where you could trade JJ for Amon-Ra and Chase Brown. Now, the reason why you probably can't do it this year because JJ McCarthy is the quarterback, but think about last year. You could have traded JJ, Justin Jefferson for Amon-Ra and Chase Brown by himself. Now, you giving up Tony Pollard too, which is a throw-in, but I would want you giving up Tony Pollard, but I would want something else, maybe a pick, maybe a third-round pick with that, or a low-level player, like a Jalen Hyatt or something. I just don't want to give up JJ for a two-person swap. Nobody's on JJ level. Just because he don't have a experienced quarterback don't mean I'm going to give him away. Appreciate you being here, Scorpio. Pretty Richard says, okay, we did that one. Big Will says, I am expecting someone in my 10-man league to reach and pick Lamar or Allen in the first overall, over the top picks. Okay, if so, I am pouncing on the top tier players. Yes. So you have to zig when they zag, right? If Lamar's gone and Josh Allen gone, I'm going to get Derrick Henry. I'm going to get another player. I'm not going to go get sloppy seconds. And remember, I didn't make videos about sloppy seconds. A lot of you can get so focused on one position that you draft a tier down just to get a player. I'm not drafting. I'm getting all the elite tiers from the number 1 tiers place. So I might be in the second round. I might have to get Brock because all the first tier guys are gone at the running back and receiver position. So why would I go and get the 6th ranked running back when I can get the number 1 ranked tight end, or I can get the number 1 ranked quarterback? So if the top 3 quarterbacks are gone, don't go and get no damn Jaden Daniels. Now, if you believe in Jaden Daniels, do what you want to do. But me, I'm going in there. I'm going to get, Brock Bowers still there? Bam. So I got the number 1 at that position. You trailing me already. You already falling behind me because I got the number 1 at that position. I'm not going to get another running back just because, I need a running back right now because I'm going hero RB. Don't bottle yourself in. Always be like water. You got to be able to adjust at different times of the draft. That's why I can't tell you no strategy. I might be robust RB and turn into a damn heavy wide receiver team because all the running backs was gone. So look at your draft spot and think about what type of players are going to be up to pick. Let's see. CMC, first round, London, second, or go another running back. So, yes, CMC is a first round. I'm taking CMC from 110 to 112. I'm taking CMC. CMC is a league winner this year. I said what I said. CMC is a league winner. Guys, let's get the likes up. We got 20 people in here. We only got 9 likes. So, yes, I'm taking CMC in the first round. Travel, rather. London, CMC first round, or London second, or go another running back. London second, or go another running back. I would go with another running back. Let's say do CMC and Derrick Henry. Sometimes, guys, combinations is deadly. That's what I like to do. I hate getting lone wolf players. Like if I got Brock Bowers, but then I have to wait a long time to get a lower tier guy, I don't want to do that. I'm trying to put 2 or 3 players on my team that usually don't get on the same team together. So if I got CMC, I want to get another running back that's got number 1 potential. So I've been trying to get CMC and Derrick Henry. Do you want to face that on a weekly basis? You want to go get CMC and Derrick Henry? So I would go another running back because there's a lot of running back talent out there this year, right? Some years it's wide receivers that's getting left over, and sometimes it's running backs. You have to fill out the draft. That's why you have to mock. And I apologize, guys. I haven't been doing a lot of mocks, but I've been going through something severe in my life. But I'm still pushing through. I'm still here. Fantasy GoodeSports, TD. I'm a monster. I'm never going to give up. I'm going to push through. I just want to be transparent with y'all, let y'all know what's going on. Okay. Pretty Richard says handcuffs CMC with I disagree with that. Now listen, I got Isaac Garendo in the league with CMC, but why? He failed to me. Guys, I don't care nothing about no backup. I'm not going to get no handcuff because of a certain player. Unless it's weird, unless it's the way they play together, they have to be together. Like kind of like David Montgomery was and Jamar Gibbs was last year. I like getting both of those guys last year. But this year, I don't want no David Montgomery on my team. I want Jamar Gibbs. It's a different year. I don't really search for handcuffs. I don't want to be crazy because what you're saying, Pretty Richard, is right. But I don't want to if it's, and I'm trying to think of a guy that's going to be at the ADP of Isaac Garendo. But let me see here. Okay, this is what I would say. The young wide receiver Dante from the Las Vegas Raiders. If he's there, and I think he got upside to be a starting wide receiver on that team where he could be top 24, I'm not going to get Isaac Garendo and losing that value just to handcuff a guy. So if nobody's on the board and all these players are kind of backups, hell yeah, I'm getting Isaac Garendo. But I'm not going to draft Isaac Garendo 2 rounds ahead just to try to cover up some CMC. If the CMC don't work out, keep it moving. You drafted other players. That's why I draft boom players so I can cover up if CMC go down. I'm not going to be happy because CMC go down and I got Isaac Garendo. Now, in the season, can you trade for a guy like Isaac Garendo just to make sure, because it's an easy opportunity to trade for him? It's going to flow with your team. It's not going to mess up your team. Hell yeah, get Isaac Garendo. And that's a great question, Richie, because I'm not big on getting handcuffs. Get the best player on the board. Travel says facts. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you being here, Travel. Travel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. Uh-oh. I said what I said. All right. Ethan says, I got a trade offer. I get Njoku and Brian Thomas, but I trade Nico Collins and Tyler Warren. Yeah, I'm doing that trade. And let me tell you why. Njoku, to me, is the top 5 tight end for the rest of his career, as long as he don't get hurt. So I love Njoku. And then you're getting Brian Thomas, who has tremendous upside, one of the most explosive wide receivers. And Nico is good, but he by himself. CJ Stroud and Nico is going to be good. Nico could be a top 5 wide receiver. Don't get it twisted. But Tyler Warren is a Ricky tight end, and I just got to see it. I'm not saying that he's not going to be over the boom. Maybe Tyler Warren goes out and does a Sam Laporta and be the #1 tight end this year. Anything can happen. But I'd rather go with the Brian Thomas boom, because he's a boom player. Now, he couldn't boom over these guys. I just didn't feel like I didn't want to be redundant, just naming big-time players. So I tried to be specific with guys who really depend on the boom. Brian Thomas can get underneath targets. I mean, he's a boom player. I know it sounds like I'm fruit salad in this, but Brian Thomas is special to me. That's all the thing I can tell you. Remember, guys, because a lot of you forget, who was my #1 wide receiver last year? Come on now, I'm rating. I want to see the comment. Who was my #1 wide receiver coming out of college? When everybody kept saying, oh, here go TD, talking, he don't want to get Marvin Harrison. You just making up shit, just make it stick. And then it stick, and guess what you do? You move on. But hey, a lot of you, but you come back. I appreciate everybody to come back. But hey, if you want to help the channel grow, tell the people what I do. Don't say, oh, some of the stuff hit. No, they don't. My shit's 70%. I said Brian Thomas. I said a lot of us see Tyrone Tracy, Bo Nix. There's a few guys like Tyreek Hill, and I still feel great about Tyreek Hill. I can't explain to y'all why Tyreek Hill, why I'm going back to that well, and then he hit, and then y'all like, well, this year was different. No, sometimes it don't work out. That's okay. It's about having a majority of hits than it is losers. I'm not going to be perfect, but I think my hit rate is one of the best, even though y'all might not see it. Because I will look, that's why I love for y'all to put it in the comment section so I can say, okay, well, yeah, I did miss on that player. Okay, I did hit on that player, right? But yeah, Brian Thomas is him, bro. Make that deal. Big Will says, my first year since I've known you, we went 0 RB, right? The second year, we went best player available. Come on, preach, Big Will. What draft strategy have you seen this year that could give an advantage? If you got to put me in a corner and corner me in to give a draft strategy, because my draft strategy is flow like water. I might draft the quarterback in the first round. I might draft the quarterback in the 10th round. It's just whatever's on the board. But if I had to be boxed in and give you a specific draft strategy that I think can hit no matter what players on the board, this year, I would say robust RB, but it also matters your draft slot. Early in the draft, if you like 1, 2, and 3, you probably want a wide receiver. But if you late in the draft, I would want running backs. I would want to get 2 running backs, maybe 3. Chuba Hubbard, CMC, Jameer Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, all those guys. You can get 2 or 3 of those guys. James Conner, Alvin Kamara. These guys are Alvin Kamara going in the 4th round. So I would say robust RB would be the best strategy if you put me in a corner. I don't think you should stick to that every single time, but I think it's the best this year. J1, what's up, bruh? J112 is in the building. What's up, bruh? Hero RB or hero wide receiver, which do you think is a better strategy? This year, I would say hero RB. But it just depends. If I'm #1 pick, I might go hero wide receiver. I might get Jamar Chase, and then I might go 3 running backs after that. Or I might go Jamar Chase, and then tight end, and then quarterback. It just depends on who on the board. I can't give y'all draft strategies in a video, and I'm not doing a consultation with you. So listen, guys, if you need a consultation, hit up your boy. I'll be with you the whole draft. If you sign up as a Phenom member, you get your first consultation half off, guys. So that's a $25 for 30 minutes, and I'm going to be with you for those 30 minutes to help you draft. And if you want to hire me for the whole draft, guys, then that's a $75 value, right? And if you want a Phenom member, but if you're not a member of the channel, it's gonna be $100. And I'm gonna be with you the whole draft. It could be multiple days. So I do offer those things. Also, guys, y'all see right here, I'm at my barbershop, Crazy Cut Barbershop. Guys, I'm starting a new podcast. So I'm gonna continue to do fantasy good sports, but this podcast is gonna be about sports. It's gonna be called Crazy Good Talk. That's the name of it, Crazy Good Talk. And we basically gonna be talking about regular life stuff and sports. So make sure you tune in, guys. I will be giving y'all the link to that channel as time go on. We still building it up on it. Travis says, I can't get Garendo in 11. Right. I can get Garendo in 11. Right. If he's there for you in 11th and ain't no really top value guys there, hell yeah, get Garendo. Richie says, yes, that's the one So I haven't got to my bonus, guys, but I didn't have him on the bonus. Yes, Richie. Jameson Williams is like that. Guys, let me tell y'all something. Yeah, he gonna want another TD take again. He crazy. Is he on drugs? This guy is crazy. Look at him. He just doing the video. He don't have a studio. Jameson Williams, I'm drafting Jameson Williams over Amon-Ra St. Brown this year. I'm not saying he gonna finish above Amon-Ra, but if he do, I won't be surprised. The reason why, guys, what do you think the Detroit Lions need to work on in this offseason? What do they need to do with Ben Johnson being gone? Gotta push the ball downfield. Jameson Williams been hurt, got in trouble for gambling. The team has not had a lot of deep plays. They had to manufacture that with Amon-Ra, and he's not a deep play type guy. But this year, Jameson Williams is killing it in camp. Richie is on it, guys. He's giving y'all the gas. I love Jameson Williams this year. I'm fading Amon-Ra in the first round, and I'm going to get Jameson Williams in what? The 4th or 5th round? Maybe even after that? What's up, bro? Ethan Carey. He says, to me, the rookie class is so nice. It is. I'm taking 3 to 5 rookies in a draft. I always have to take Kyle Morgai. Okay, Monkai. I'm sorry if I'm killing the name. 15 round and guys like Hampton and Travis Hunter. Yes. I always listen, any running back that's coming in the league, guys, if you at the right ADP in a rookie draft, pick him up and stash him on your team. Because we don't know who's going to be started. We don't know if this guy is going to be an undrafted Terrell Davis type or if he's going to get an opportunity in week 17 to win you the championship. We don't know. You just got to stay prepared and you got to try to draft. It's like a bingo card. I don't know what number's going to be called, but I know I like these numbers, and if they get called, if they get called, I know I hit. That's how I look at fantasy, like bingo, outside of the first 3 or 4 rounds. Pretty Richard says depends on the scoring format. And Travel says Amon-Ra is overrated now that Ben. Come on, preach, bro. Hey, listen, Travel, you know your shit, bro. Appreciate you being here, man. I think you knew. Yes, sir. Amon-Ra is overrated, not as a player, as a fantasy football player going in the first round, he's overrated. Travel says Hampton is too expensive for my taste, with Najee being paid $9 million for 1 year. I agree with that. I actually agree with it. Come on, guys, let's get the likes up. I actually agree with that. I didn't take Amari Hampton, not because he's a bad player, but I couldn't take him at the 1-3. It was too much talent there. I either trade it back or something. I just couldn't wait on Amari Hampton to take over that backfield when they went and got Najee, because they're not going to give it to him early. This is what had happened to my team a couple times I didn't make the playoffs. I got really good players, but in the first quadrant, they didn't gel together, and my team lost. So I'm 1-4, 1-5. It's going to be almost impossible for me to win enough games to get back to make the playoffs. But then later, your team is like week 10 from on to the playoffs, you got the best team, and your team then lost most of its games. It's because you had players that couldn't hit in the first quadrant. So I'm not drafting guys that's going to risk me early. I'd rather be like 4-2, 2-2. I can't go 1-4. It's over. So if you wait on Amari Hampton, he might not get going to week 6 or 7. Facts, guys. Dread Life, he says JJ for Chase straight up. Yeah, I would do that. If you see something in one of these players that you want, like you like Chase, and you think Chase is going to be good for the next 5 years, and Joe Burrow is going to be healthy, that type of decision making, not because this is kind of like an even trade. But you got to sometimes, and I did this because I traded Amon-Ra early, guys, for Brian Thomas. I was killing it, and then all of a sudden people started picking up on it, and I can't get him no more. So, but the reason why I was doing it, Amon-Ra had more value, but I was downgrading because I know Brian Thomas was going to be the lone. I don't want to say lone alpha because Travis Hunter's there, but he was going to get way more targets and better targets for more scoring points in fantasy than Amon-Ra was going forward. So sometimes you got to get off that and make a decision just because of what you think is going to happen going forward with quarterback situation and opportunity. And Chase has more big play ability, but do you believe that Joe Burrow is going to stay healthy for the next 5 or 6 years? Because if Joe Burrow's not back there, Jamar Chase value is garbage. One thing about Justin Jefferson, no matter who's the quarterback back there, he's always going to have value. We saw Jamar Chase play with backups, and he did okay, But we saw JJ, and he's still the top 3 wide receiver. Do you believe that Jamar Chase could be a top 3 wide receiver with no Joe Burrow? Pretty Richie says, Amon-Ra will be good when it's his day. Come on, preach, Richie. But he has to share more now. Come on now. With Jameson Williams emerges and the new offensive coordinator in Detroit, yes. So Amon-Ra just don't have the upside that a lot of players got right now. But he's going to be one of the safest players in the draft. He's the safest player in the draft. He's going to get 8 to 10 targets, about 10 to 15 points every single week. I guarantee you that, if he don't get hurt. Goat No Billy, what's up, bro? He says, I'm feeling B. John or Gibbs at the 1-4. I am too, especially B. John. I'm taking B. John in one-on-one in some leagues that I don't want to get chased. Travis says, facts. San Fran has the easiest schedule, right? Richie says, click the like button, everyone. Yes, let's get the likes up, fellas. Doomsday, what's up, bro? He said, who would you take 3rd pick? It just depends on who there. B. John Robinson. Jahmyr Gibbs, B. John Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs. That's it. Those are the 2 guys that I'm going to take at the 3rd. Jamar Chase, if he's still there. I'm trying to think if I take anybody. You could take CMC there, but I think you could get him at the 110. But I don't think it's crazy to take CMC because CMC probably, if he stay healthy, he's the number 1 RB. So I think you could take, I wouldn't even say you that crazy to take him number 1 overall. I don't think that's crazy. Will I do it? I don't know. I'm not, like I said, it's no direct way to do fantasy. I'm not going to sit here and say, well, this is what you got to do. Guys, you can let the computer draft your team and win a fantasy football championship in a big money league. So it doesn't matter all the time. But I'm just giving you the way I flow. And make sure, guys, you hit me up at fantasygoodesports@gmail and let me know if you want to join my listener leagues. I got listener leagues right now as we speak. Pretty Richie is in one. I got a couple other guys. Big Will is in one. These are my followers. They are in listener leagues, and they see how I draft, and they would tell you right now, there's no cap in my rap. There's no cap in my rap. Wrong or right? Barkley or Gibbs? I'm going with Gibbs. I like Barkley, and Barkley is okay also to take at the number 3 pick too. But I would rather take B. John and Gibbs over him. Not that Barkley is a bad player, but remember, what is the Eagles trying to do this year? Are they trying to go back-to-back Super Bowls? Yes. So what does that mean for Saquon Barkley? That means that while I'm going to run him in the ground in the 4th quarter when we already up by 14 points, it's going to be crazy to do that. So he might come out and real simply might play the whole 4th quarter. He did it last year. Like Saquon could have went for like 2,500. He didn't even play in 2 or 3 games. He only played the first half. So I'm not drafting nobody that's coming out. I want players to play in the whole game trying to fight their ass off. I don't want to be drafting no player who, we winning, I'm good, put somebody else in. Oh, and I lose by 5 or 6 points, I'm going to be pissed. So I'm going to say Gibbs. Doomsday says, keep up the good work, TD. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, bruh. Yes, sir. The only reason why I ain't, guys, you know, once the season get here and the training camp, it's gonna be straight football. But right now, I have to do certain things to take my breaks right now for what I'm going through, right? So I have to be able to do it now because nothing's really urgent right now. So don't unsubscribe for the channel. The gas is coming. You see new content. I got the good hour here. Guys, follow that show on Thursdays. I might not be there all the time, but you still should come in there and hit the like button. The guys are smart. They know what they're talking about. It's just a different deliverance than the way I deliver. I deliver to you straight raw, off the grill. Not raw, but I give it to you off the grill. I ain't gonna prep it up, put no sauce on it or nothing. T. Smith says, y'all hate on Montgomery every summer. No, I don't hate on Montgomery. Montgomery's a good player. But I'm talking about fantasy here, right? We trying to distinguish. We splitting hairs here. So that's why I always try to tell y'all, don't always put a person inside of a pool because they say something. You got to understand. Like, I don't think David Montgomery's a bad player. I will even talk about Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's a good quarterback, but I don't want him in fantasy. I want somebody with rushing upside in fantasy. That way I can get the boom. So the only reason why I'm not on Montgomery, I don't think he's going to have the boom that Jahmyr Gibbs has. That's the only thing I'm saying, T. Smith. The Gone Network says Dynasty PPR, trade Scary Terry or J-Mo for 112. Round running backs are Saquon, Brown, Hall, Kenneth Walker. Wide receivers are Neighbors, Godwin, DK, and tight end McBride. So should he trade Scary Terry or JMO for the 112? No. Listen, if I would trade somebody, I could tell you JMO, but I like JMO. JMO has the best value where you getting him for a 112. You wouldn't think you could do that last year, right? You would think, well, damn, this is JMO. He ain't playing as good. So you can make the trade, but do you want to make that trade? Because JMO has a lot of potential this year. And Terry McLaurin could be a top 5 wide receiver with Jaden Daniels playing out of his mind going into his second year. So I like both of those players. Don't trade good players, man, just to try to get a value all the time. Sometimes say no to a trade. Say no. I'm good. If Travis Hunter there and you want to get a 2-for-1 deal or something, maybe. But I like the players that you already have. I like Terry McLaurin and JMO, if that's what you mean. Travel says Ibuka is at the same ADP. Over who? Tell me who you talking about, Travel. And put the question in there, because I'm going through the comments. I might not remember, bruh. Goat Nobility says, I go after people's handcuffs. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, bruh. Remember, it's 9 ways to skin a cat. It's 9 ways. I'm just telling you what I do. There's nothing wrong with it. You can win fantasy football several different ways. Ethan says, yeah, I like looking at the biggest threats in the draft and steal their guy, because usually there is like 5 teams off the draft that don't have a chance at winning. Facts. Yep. I'm sorry, Big Will. I don't know what you mean by the AB. Put it back in the comment section and let me know what question you meant to say. Pretty Rich says, click the like button, everyone. Let's get the likes up, guys. It just says, TD, watching your content made me happier in tough times. So I pray you can find something that can make you happier. Thank you, brother. And I'm happy. It's in my mind. I just it's just a grieving period. And I think as a man, I'm strong enough to say that I want to grieve and go through my process to learn to get better. Right? So I'm okay with it. Y'all always probably see me at the barbershop. You know why? Because I got to go around and be around people that, that's cool with me, that supports me. And so I'm good. I'm getting better. Everything is all good. Everything's all good, bro. I'm just glad y'all being patient with me as far as the content. But the content is coming. When fantasy season here, do not worry about no laps. It ain't happening. It might have been, I've been doing this channel for about 4 to 5 years, off with another job. And it's probably only been 2 to 3 times where during the season, I didn't get to do a video. And it was emergency. My son got sick. Something happened with my girl or something. Never missing a video just because I don't want to do it. But through the off season, this is my time to take my breaks. But I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you, Ethan. You've been following me for 2 or 3 years now. Kua says, go sub to my new channel. Okay. I don't mind nobody marking this stuff. It's enough money for everybody to eat. Matthew B says, Aaron Jones. I like Aaron Jones getting picked after the 5th round. As a flex play running back who's going to have some 15, 20-point scoring games, hell yeah. Eli Harris says, your podcast sounds lit. Yes, sir, bruh. It's going to be gas. It's going to be in the barbershop. You're going to see authentic, original people. It's not going to be no fake people. Eli says, I'm a huge Lions fan. I love this talk. Yes, sir. Charlene, what's going on, girl? I see you. The Going Network says, and Amara St. Brown had a knee injury. Shh. Doomsday said, thank you, brother, anytime. Charlene says the Lions have good running backs. Lions don't have to play catch up all the time at the end of the games. Right. Mike Keene in the building. Bruh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He says, bruh, here's the real deal. Give him a follow and support. Yes. Thank you, bruh. Thank you. Ethan says, this might sound crazy. I'm taking Justin Fields 6th or 7th round. That's not crazy. That ain't crazy. I thought you were about to say Justin Fields in the 1st round or 2nd round. But Justin Fields going in at 6 and 7, bro. You know what that running game gonna be with Braylon Allen and Breach. Yes, Breach. Charlene says, I never auto draft. It take me all season long to clean up with the computer auto draft gave me. Right. I don't auto draft either, but I'm just telling people there's so many different ways to win a league. Don't just take my word for it, as LeVar Burton told you on Reading Rainbow. Just don't take my word for it. It's plenty of different strategies. Go follow these other people's channel. Compare my channel to their channel. Now, if you want to compare the sound and the building, I'm probably going to lose right now. But if you want to talk about players that I'm on from a scout perspective, listen, I'm not Brian Gumble. I don't speak good for the weather and all this political correct shit. But I will tell you, I do have an eye, and I'm elite with that around the world. My eye for football talent is elite. I was elite coming up. I didn't play in college, but I was elite. And that's a whole nother different story. So I know football now. Big Will says, who to keep an eye on for this year's rookie wide receivers like Brian Thomas Jr.? Okay. So in that level, it's not a lot of wide receivers, but Ted is easy. Ted's going to be okay. He's going to make some big plays, but I would go more. Let me give you a sleeper because it's not a lot of really big-time wide receivers. So I'm going to give you 2 sleepers at wide receiver position to give you like a Brian Thomas Jr. effect. I don't think it's no tier 1 guy that people are sleeping on. People know what type of wide receivers to hit in this draft, like Ted. I'm not really high on Bird and none of those guys, but Ted is the top guy. But when you want to get a sleeper, Kyle Williams from New England. Who is the number 1 wide receiver outside of Stephon Diggs there? So somebody got to beat somebody out in practice. So Kyle Williams has a chance to beat people out in practice to have a nice role and get 6 or 7 targets beginning of the season. Another guy is Jimmy Horn from the Carolina Panthers. Those are 2 deep sleepers. I love Jimmy Horn. He's fast. Guys, Jimmy Horn was probably one of the best route runners on Colorado. Travis Hunter just a superstar. But Jimmy Horn is a great route runner, right? And he's fast. Like, Jimmy Horn is special. So be picking Jimmy Horn up and be picking Kyle Williams up. Those are guys that's going in like the late second and third rounds. Jimmy Horn not even being drafted in some drafts. Okay. And last one, guys, before I get out of here. Appreciate everybody being here. He says, prayers up, brother. Anything you need, I try to help as much as I can. Yes, sir, brother, and I'm good. I don't need anything other than y'all supporting the channel, guys, and y'all do that. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, listen, y'all be safe. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to try to give you some regular videos this week. Like I said, everything is going to flow. Everything's flowing naturally. Trying to get back in the rhythm. Make sure you check out the Good Hour. Make sure that, guys, you become a member of the channel so you can get in a listener league. If you're not a member of the channel, you're going to have to pay a commission fee to get in my leagues. But if you are a member of the channel, I won't charge you the commission fee. Just depends on what type of league. I got different type of leagues. I got tournament leagues, and then I got regular just redraft leagues, and I got best ball leagues. And I'm doing a lot of best ball leagues because I can't keep up with all my teams, so I have to do best ball. Yep. Fantasy Dog says, number 22 liked. Just subscribe. Appreciate you, bruh. Yes, sir. All right, guys. I'll see y'all later. Be safe. Remember that podcast is coming. Good Crazy Talk. Actually, guys, the channel is already made. We haven't done any videos yet. So make sure you put in Crazy Good Talk. Crazy Good. It's all one word. Crazy Good. And then talk. Gonna be fire. All right, guys. See y'all later. Peace.